Hey, what's up, traders? This is the watch list video for Monday, September 26th. Starting off with the SPY like I always do. We basically retested the June lows, so it'd be interesting to see this week if we get a big bounce off this area or if it can hold this area. We'll see. Right now, we've got kind of downside shape into that area, which generally means bounce time. But again, we'll see. I don't make any money ever off trying to predict what the overall market's going to do. As you guys know, I'm in cash every night and looking for stuff to trade on an intraday basis each day. Let me get this going here. So what are we watching on, type that wrong, on Monday? LITM had nice news and massive volume and a kind of a big breakout there on Friday. Closing well off its highs though, topped at 355, closing at 318. I had a couple nice pullback entries in this one on Friday. I've been saying this for a while. I'm making most of my money waiting for the big movers to emerge, the ones where you get to the point where you go, okay, bulls are definitely in charge today, right? And then you start looking at pullbacks into the buy zones. That's where I've had most of my success in this current environment. So LITM, we'll see if it gives some kind of follow-through setup tomorrow. BYND, this is a little weird because see this big volume spike here. They had nice news this day, and it gave it all back. And now let's go to 15-minute candles. The reason I'm interested in this at all, there's the big pop, right? And then it tailed off the rest of the day and the next day. I wish I'd had it on bounce, but on bounce watch going into Friday. But anyway, it broke its early high and held up pretty well. So this is just looking at the last few days. There are a lot of shorts in this name, and it can really move when it moves. And we've got, let me zoom in a little bit. We've got the first green daily candle. I mean, the first candle closing above its open in like maybe 2 weeks, right? So it's super interesting to me, especially if the market bounces. We'll see. Kind of obscure though, right? It's not something I normally would have found, but I had it in my notes after that big pop. I think it was Wednesday. Anyway, EVTL. Nobody could find news on this. I don't know if it means there was no news or we just couldn't find it, but a nice pop. Kind of a former high flyer from back here, and in one day almost back up to those recent highs. Definitely want to keep a close eye on this one. ATHX, massive volume. The range on it on Friday was $1.16 to $2.10. So that's a huge percentage move on an intraday basis before closing, somewhere close to the middle of that range. So definitely goes on watch. BEAT had the gap up. Looked like it was rolling over and it's kind of curling back up. So we're going to watch that one. BIAF is just one I've been watching. Recent IPO, been watching for a bounce. Probably starting maybe this day or this day. And it just keeps going lower, right? So I'm just going to keep it on watch because it hasn't given me any kind of entry, but it's certainly oversold, and I'm not looking, obviously, for an investment. I'm looking for a snapback bounce one of ththese days if it gives me an A+ setup. PLNT, Planet Fitness. Been watching this for a bounce, and we kind of finally got, a bottoming tail and closing up near the highs. So we're going to see if that one gives a long setup. ISEE, kind of the same scenario. I've been watching this for a bounce and just another red day with a red day in the market. So I just throw these back on bounce watch. RRC, and a lot of energy plays, by the way, really, really beaten up. I would like to see this, kind of pierce 24 on an intraday basis. Then I might be looking for a reversal because it's gotten here. I mean, it was almost 34 about a week ago. That's a pretty good fall for something like RRC. So if we can get a flush below 24, maybe it gives us an A+ setup. WIX, I believe, had earnings. If I'm not mistaken, on this day, and now it's been bleeding lower for 4 days. Going to put that on bounce watch. AMPX, just a relative strength play, really strong lately. SLNG had this crazy rip, and then a lower high, and then another lower high. Let me go to 5 though and show you, why you should have caution trading this one. Look at this move, and then the nasty reversal, then this move, and then the knife. So I'm not saying I trust this. But it is interesting on this massive move here and a couple days lower. I think if we get a proper kind of bounce play setup, we might get a little mini squeeze in it, right? And then lastly, I put BCAM, which is a bizarre looking daily chart to me, but it kind of had a narrow range, topped out right around $4 also, and certainly overdue for a bounce. So I'm going to put that on bounce watch. As always, we'll work together in the pre-market and add some gappers to this list, and then let the setups form, and we'll trade them when they turn A+ for us, right? All right, I'm done babbling. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you guys in the chat room.